Tire. Have you ever wondered what our planet was like before a single human footprint was ever made? For billions of years, Earth was a stage 4 epic dramas of evolution, extinction, and renewal, long before our story even began. Today, we're going to journey back in time, peeling back the layers of history to witness the incredible world that existed before us. From the dawn of life to the age of giants, get ready to explore a planet you've never seen before. Our story starts not with animals, but with the very first spark of life. About 3.8 billion years ago, in the planet's primordial oceans, simple single-celled organisms emerged. For billions of years, these tiny microbes were the undisputed rulers of Earth. They were the pioneers, the architects of our world. One group, known as cyanobacteria, developed a revolutionary trick: photosynthesis. They learned to harness sunlight for energy, and in doing so, they released a waste product that would change everything: oxygen. This great oxidation event was a game-changer, slowly transforming the atmosphere and paving the way for more complex life to evolve. It took an immense amount of time, but these microscopic life forms were terraforming the planet on a massive scale. Suddenly, the fossil record bursts with an incredible diversity of complex animal life. It was like nature's biggest creative experiment. Strange and wonderful creatures filled the seas. This period saw the birth of most major animal groups that still exist today. It was a critical turning point, setting the stage for the colonization of land. Life wasn't content to just stay in the water. The first brave pioneers to venture onto land were plants, around 470 million years ago. At first, they were simple, like mosses, clinging to damp areas near the water's edge, but they evolved, developing vascular systems to transport water and growing taller to compete for sunlight. Soon, vast, strange-looking forests covered the continents. Following the plants were the first land animals, invertebrates like millipedes, scorpions, and early insects. These were the first amphibians, our distant ancestors, taking their first tentative breaths of air on solid ground. Now we enter the Carboniferous period, about 359 million years ago. The air was thick with oxygen, nearly 35% compared to our 21% today. This oxygen-rich atmosphere fueled gigantism. Imagine dragonflies with wingspans as wide as a modern seagull's, or millipedes stretching over 2 meters long. The forests were dense with towering tree ferns and club mosses. It was a swampy, humid, superoxygenated world, filled with giant bugs, a truly alien landscape, compared to today. But Earth's story is one of cycles, and life is fragile. Around 252 million years ago, the planet faced its most catastrophic event, the Permian-Triassic extinction, also known as the Great Dying. Massive volcanic eruptions in what is now Siberia spewed greenhouse gases into the atmosphere, triggering runaway global warming and acidifying the oceans. The devastation was almost total. It is estimated that over 90% of all marine species and 70% of terrestrial species went extinct. Life on Earth came terrifyingly close to being completely wiped out. It was the planet's greatest reset button, clearing the stage for a new group of animals to rise from the ashes. And rise they did. From the survivors of the Great Dying, a new dynasty emerged: the dinosaurs. For the next 180 million years, during the Mesozoic era, these incredible creatures would dominate the planet. The Triassic period saw the first dinosaurs evolve, relatively small and agile. But by the Jurassic giants, like the long-necked Brachiosaurus and the powerful Allosaurus, roamed the land. By the Cretaceous period, dinosaur diversity was at its peak. We had the iconic Tyrannosaurus rex, the three-horned Triceratops, and vast herds of duck-billed hadrosaurs. While dinosaurs ruled the land, the seas and skies were also teeming with spectacular life. In the oceans, giant marine reptiles like the long-necked plesiosaurs and the powerful dolphin-like ichthyosaurs were the top predators. Imagine a mosasaur, a colossal sea lizard over 15 meters long, hunting in the prehistoric seasit, was the T-Rex of the deep. In the air, it wasn't birds yet, but pterosaurs. These winged reptiles ranged from the size of a sparrow to the incredible Quetzalcoatlus, which had a wingspan of a small aeroplane, making it the largest flying creature of all time. The Mesozoic world was a complete ecosystem of giants, a truly awe-inspiring chapter in Earth's history. Then, 66 million years ago, it all came to a sudden, dramatic end. An asteroid the size of a mountain slammed into the planet near modern-day Mexico. The impact unleashed the energy of billions of atomic bombs, triggering global firestorms, mega tsunamis, and plunging the world into a dark, cold impact winter. The sun was blotted out by dust and debris, causing plants to die and the entire food chain to collapse. The dinosaurs, along with about 75% of all species on Earth, were wiped out. It was a swift, catastrophic event that ended the age of reptiles in a flash. But once again, from the ashes of extinction, life found a way. The survivors were mostly small, adaptable creatures that could burrow or find shelter. Among them were our ancestors, the mammals. For millions of years, mammals had lived in the shadows of the dinosaurs, mostly small, nocturnal creatures. Whales returned to the sea, bats took to the sky, and on land, mammals grew to enormous sizes. There were giant ground sloths, saber-toothed cats, and woolly mammoths. And among one group of mammals, the primates, a new kind of intelligence was beginning to stir, eventually leading to the first hominins and ultimately, to us. That's where our story begins. The billions of years before us were a breathtaking saga of creation, destruction, and resilience. We are the inheritors of this incredible legacy, a single species on a planet that has seen empires of life rise and fall. Thinking about this immense history gives us a powerful perspective on our own place in the universe. What will the next chapter of Earth's story look like? That's the story we are writing right now. Thanks for joining me on this journey through deep time. If you found this as fascinating as I do, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more adventures into our planet's amazing past. See you next time.